Hey guys, I wanted to update my Evil Monk video. It needed a little bit of extra explanation, I think, because we learned a lot of things while we did the Evil Monk, and I think that those things may help you in your build. So first thing with the Evil Monk, I think that our stands weren't actually very good, and some of you more carpentry-minded individuals out there probably recognize that I made a grave error. I made a basic stand, screwed it up together onto that center post, and with all the weight that I was putting on it, it just wasn't holding at all. So, and we knew that kind of early on. That's why you see these plates screwed in here, was to add some extra stability to it. But overall, ended up not being effective at all. As the monks dried, they slowly started tilting forward because they're very front heavy. Started tilting forward on me, and before they could fall down completely, I had to put them on their backs and then start reworking their base. So I didn't take any pictures of this, and I really apologize. But basically what I did was, once I got them onto their back, I took off the old bases and I actually cut them down because they're really too long for the Evil Monk. I cut them down, and then I built some new bases using strong ties you can buy at Home Depot. Those worked wonderfully. They gave me some very solid stands to which to work with. For your build, I think I would like to suggest something a little different. I saw another guy on YouTube do this. I thought it was probably a better idea than what I did. And had I to do this over with, I would have done this. But unfortunately, my monks were already done, so I was stuck. But what he did was he took some 5-gallon buckets and threw in some quick set concrete in there. He lubed up a 2x3 with some Vaseline, stuck it down into the cement, let it dry. He was able to then pull the 2x3 out, and so he could, for easy storage. But now he had a very solid base for his Evil Monk. This does two things. One, it gives you all that weight at the bottom that keeps the monk from falling over, and that's what I really fear for my monks, is that they may tip over. I don't want them falling on anybody. So it gives you a very low center of gravity, keeps the monk on its feet. The second thing that it does too, that's kind of a additional benefit, is that when we were building ours, we had trouble bulking out that bottom. As the sheets got past this chicken wire that we built here, they wanted to kind of fold in on themselves, and we had to kind of spread them out. With the bucket, the sheets would have just went as far as the bucket and stopped, and it would have made it look a little bit more bulky at the base. So anyway, that was a big error that we had made. Later on in the build, here, let me fast forward to, here we go. So I'm going to straight up apologize to you right now. This segment was kind of boring to watch. I should have edited it better. Watching probably, what, I don't know, 3 minutes of a bucket of cement drying was probably fairly boring on your part. If you got past that, thank you. But anyway, as far as the bucket of cement goes, I do want to say, without dwelling on it for too long, is that the cement, a 1-to-1 ratio, we actually ended up adding more cement than the 1-to-1 ratio, and more water to it as well. Another thing with, let me get off the bucket of cement, you've definitely seen too much of my bucket. So let me fast forward over here to our build. Okay, here's our build. And so this is the thing that we really learned, and we had to learn on the fly, because one, it was a hot day, and two, this stuff was setting up really, really fast. So we had to move. And as a result, I wasn't able to actually address the camera while we were doing this. We were just so busy getting it done. But what I found was that in the future, I would probably use a cotton sheet instead of polyester. I think it would adhere better. The second thing is, I think I'd probably experiment with wetting the sheets first and then putting them in the Monster Mud. Putting them in dry made it very difficult to get the Monster Mud to adhere to the sheets. I really had to work them a lot, and we had to dump a lot of water into the mixture for that. So something that we definitely had learned a valuable lesson on. There was another part here. Let me go over here and I'll let's see here. Can't see it too well from that shot. That's a little bit better, but not quite. I'm in the way. Let's see here. Here, this is right. This is the shot I want. Money shot. Two things on this. One, the chicken wire worked really well for shaping that hood, but afterwards, it was too noticeable. It did not look very good at all. So we ended up going up there with wire cutters and cutting that out. Not a big deal. Second problem is we didn't do a very good job in the neck department. And as a result, you can actually see the structure if you look closely enough. And that bummed me out. I wish I had done something more for that. The first pillowcase was just not in the right place. So you live, you learn. But ultimately, didn't make a difference at all, because at night you can't really see deep enough into that to make it a difference. So unless you're sticking your hand inside there, you're not going to really see. You're not going to realize that it's all a wood structure underneath. So anyway, last night I went out, got some candles for the monks. I need to spook them up a little bit, so I haven't done that yet, but I just couldn't wait until night, and I could stick those candles on there and see if they were going to give me the effect that I was looking for out of them. And believe me, it was phenomenal looking. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this video with some shots of that of last night, and I think you'll enjoy it. See you next time.
Dies irae, dies illa, solvet seclum in favilla, teste David cum Sibylla, quantus tremor est futurus, quando iudex est venturus, stricte discussurus. Tuba mirum spargens sonum, per sepulcra regilionum, cogere